Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I've got for you this absolute unit of a car. It is an absolute tank. So this is a Volvo XC60 with a registration number AG58PNO, as you can see. Now, as always, I'm going to do a quick walk around just so you can see the condition of the car. And then we're going to jump inside and I'm going to show you all the interior features and gizmos and gadgets and toys and everything that this car comes with, because it is absolutely fully loaded. Like, whoever bought this car went into a Volvo dealership, and when they got asked what options would you like, he or she just said yes. That's it. They've ticked every single box, I think, in terms of specs, because it's got literally everything. Like, everything you think that this car would come equipped back in 2008, it's got it. Anyway, this is a Volvo XC60 T6 SE Lux all-wheel drive, full automatic. It is obviously an SUV. It has a 2.6 liter petrol engine. It puts out 282 brake horsepower. This is an absolute tank. Like, you put your foot down and it just goes. Yeah, it was first registered on the 6th of January 2009. So although it is a 58 plate, it's actually a 2009 car. It has a valid MOT until the 3rd of October 2025. And it has an annual road tax of £735. So yes, it's a bit steep on the tax, but, ooh. There we go. Much better. But yes, like I was saying, it's a bit steep on the tax, but this is a perfect towing car. It's like I said, it's an absolute tank. It's got all the bells and whistles you could wish for, and it's so comfortable. So yes, the tax is a little bit higher than on some other cars, but it's not any higher than what a Range Rover would be. And to be honest, I would 100% go with the Volvo rather than a Range Rover. Nothing against Range Rovers. Well, I say that, but yeah, nothing against Range Rovers, but I would feel more safer, if I can say that, in a Volvo. And I know that this is going to get me from A to B rather than a Range Rover, which will take me from A to halfway, and then I'll have to call the AA to go to a garage, spend about 3 weeks there, then take the car back, and then end up in B. So yeah, I'd rather have this. Thank you. Insurance group is 34E, so it's on par with about the Range Rover. Well, no, actually, no. Range Rover's insurance went through the roof, but obviously it's going to be a little bit more expensive than your average Corsas and Fiestas and everything. It has a CO2 output of 284 grams, hence why the tax is pretty much on the highest bracket. In terms of fuel economy, you're looking at about 16 miles per gallon around town and 31 miles per gallon on a motorway run, which is not bad. Again, given the actual size of the engine, like I said, it's a 2.6 liter petrol engine, so it's got the power on tap. It can pull literally anything you want, but obviously it takes a little bit of a hit in the fuel economy around town. But this is more of a motorway cruiser than a city drive. I mean, why would you want to buy a big heavy SUV and then drive it around town? I don't get that. But anyway, it's a perfect motorway cruiser. It's got a combined fuel economy of about 24 miles to the gallon, so it's not too bad at all. It has a top speed of 130 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 time of 7.5 seconds. 7.5 seconds in a big all-wheel drive, massive Volvo SUV. That is quick. That is rapid. Okay, but again, you're not buying this car for speed. If you want a race car, get a race car. Don't get a four-wheel drive massive SUV. There's no point. Anyway, it has pretty much a full service history. It's just been serviced as well, and have a look at the MOT history on this car, and you're gonna see what a MOT history should look like. I think it only failed once in its lifetime, if I'm not mistaken, and that failed. If I'm remembering correctly, that failed on the windscreen washer not providing enough washer liquid. Yeah, massive, I know. So whoever owned this car really, really took care of it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, so yeah, it's got fantastic service history, just been serviced, has long MOT. It's all ready to drive. But inside is just as nice, if not nicer, than the outside. So one really nice thing that I like is, see the color of the car, which, let's be honest, you're not going to lose this car in a car park because there's not many of them this shade of green, right? So you're not going to lose this car, that's for sure. But what I do love is the fact that they've actually used the same color on the inside as they used on the outside. It probably looks like a different shade in the video, but it's pretty much, when you look at it straight on, it's pretty much the same color, pretty much. Probably this one is a little bit lighter. No, this one is a little bit lighter. That one is a little bit darker, but very close, very, very close. But anyway, this is how the interior looks like, and there are no tears or rips or anything like that anywhere on the leather. You do have fully electric seats, and you do have electric windows, front and rear, and that's to lock and unlock the car as well. And down there you've got very deep glove box, and you've got some more storage here, and that's your locking wheel nut in there as well. And I'm actually excuse me, I'm actually struggling because the sun is just about to set, so I'm trying to get as much as I can before the sun goes down completely. The same material moves over to the rear, and this is soft touch material as well, so it's very nice for the people that are going to be sat in the back as well. Now again, seats, absolutely beautiful condition, no tears or rips or anything like that. You do get ISOFIX points on the two outer seats, so you can fit child seats in there, and then you've got some pockets on the back of the seats where kids can put some snacks, iPads, stuff like that. And then down there you've also got a 12-volt socket. And I do also love the fact that the rear windows are tinted, and they are like heavily tinted. They're like completely blacked out. And again, that's good for the kids, as it keeps the UV rays out. One thing I did notice, and I really liked it, is usually cars have air vents over there, but Volvo decided to put them up here because it's much nicer. It's right at the top, and then you can adjust this the way you want it. And then you can have warm or cold air going straight, well, basically straight to your face if you so wish. So yeah, that's another nice little bonus thing. I do love how they've put the third brake light right at the top here. Usually it's behind the glass, but they've put it right at the top there, which again is a nice design. You do get rear parking sensors with this one as well. Xc60, and then that's the T6 all-wheel drive. It's got dual exhaust, as you can see, and when you open this, you can see the rear lights turning on. Now, the boot, there's no point in saying that it is absolutely massive. Like, it is ginormous, fucking mahusive, like I used to say. Now, you do get another 12-volt socket in the back as well. So you can plug in like a mini fridge or a Hoover or something like that, so you can clean the boot if you need to. Now, another really cool thing I do like is this divider here in the middle. So you can put this up just like that, and then you can have stuff behind it, stuff in front of it, and also it's got these little hooks that you can hang your groceries, and it will stop your stuff rolling around in the boot when you go left and right. Down here, you can see that dangly thing that goes up there, and that keeps the boot liner up. And then over here, you've got some more storage over there. You've got some storage over here as well. That is for your sat nav. And then this lifts up just like that, and you get your spare tire with all the tools and everything that you need in there as well. Right, let's carry on because there is still a ton of stuff to talk about, and the sun is getting real low. Right, put that down. The alloys as well are in really, really good condition. As you can see, there's plenty of tread on the tires. And having a look over to this side, well, it's exactly the same as the other side, but just to see how well the seats have been maintained. And you've got the original floor mats as well. And the other thing I did want to show you is, listen to the door closing. It's such a solid thump when you close it. Honestly, it's literally a tank. It's a tank on wheels. Well, not that tanks don't use wheels anyway. Anyway, you know what I mean. It's an absolute unit. Right, let me just pop the bonnet. So from here, no, from there, sorry, pop the bonnet open. Now, here's a really cool thing with Volvos. Usually, you go and you pop the bonnet up a little bit, and you search for the latch here. Usually it's above the logo. Now, with Volvos, it's not there, first of all. So what you need to do is you need to follow this line like that, and it's here. See? There's a little secret for you. So yeah, the latch, you just have to follow that line, and it's right there. And here is the absolute unit of an engine, the T6 petrol engine from Volvo. So yeah, there's not much to see here, but yeah, like I was saying, it's a 2.6 liter petrol engine, and these are extremely reliable. So yeah, listen to the bonnet closing. Nice. Right, one thing I do want to show you as well while this is open, see that little camera there? Well, that's not actually a camera, that's a sensor, and that is for your blind spot, because yes, of course this car has blind spot because it was an option. There you go, you've got your blind spot system over there, and I'll tell you in a second how that works. So over here you've got your controls for front and rear windows. This is for your mirrors, that's to lock and unlock the car, and this is to lock the rear windows. Over here you've got full electric seat, same as on the passenger, but you do have 3 memory seats on this one as well. So you can have, if you've got 2 or 3 drivers, 2 or 3 people that drive the car, they can each have their own setting. so you don't need to just always manually adjust the seat. Over here you've got your handbrake up here. This is to open the fuel cap, and that's for the boot release. And then over here you've got your lights. This is for your front fog lights, your rear fog lights, and that's to change the intensity of the lights in the dashboard. And let's just jump. Oh, actually, before I sit down, let me get the key out, because I've got the key in my back pocket. It does come with 2 keys. You want to mention that. And that's how the key looks like. Nice Volvo key. Now, actually, I'm going to step out again. Another thing I should have mentioned and I didn't. This car is completely keyless entry and keyless start. So you can have your key in your pocket. You don't need to have the key out. So you see this little black button here. If you press that, the car will automatically lock. Oh, actually, let me do this again. So you can see that there. When I press it, the car locks. If you have the key on you, the reason it just keeps on locking is because all you have to do is pull on the handle. As long as you have the key on you, then the door will unlock. So you press on that, and the car locks. Let me see if it works. Probably works on the rear as well. Yeah, so it automatically unlocks it. So literally all you have to do is have to have the key on you, and then you can lock and unlock the car easily just by pressing that button. And to unlock it, just pull on the handle and it automatically opens. And it's the same thing with starting the car. Actually, just move the seat back a little bit. Right, that's it. So same thing with starting the car. You don't need to. You do have a slot where you can put the key in, but you don't have to. Let's leave the key there. Put my foot on the brake, and just press the start button, and the car starts straight away. Now, let's start with the steering wheel. So, just gonna go ultra wide. Actually, no, I'm just gonna leave it like that. So, nice leather wrapped steering wheel, multifunction as well. So over here, this is your cruise control. So you do have cruise control. This is where you increase and decrease the speed. And these arrows are for your adaptive cruise control. So you can see in there those lines. When I start pressing this, you see those lines? That basically tells the car how far you want to be from the car in front. And essentially what adaptive cruise control means is that you set the cruise control. Let's say you drive 70 miles an hour, you set the cruise control at 70 miles an hour, and you drive on the motorway. Now, if there's a car in front of you, you don't need to slow down to match the speed of the car in front. The car will automatically do that for you. It will slow down and it will speed up, matching the speed of the car in front, which is fantastic because you don't have to set the cruise control, press the brake, accelerate, reset it, and the car just does all that for you. You don't need to do anything, which is, I absolutely love adaptive cruise control. Now, over here, you've got your volume up and down. This is to change your radio stations, and this is for your phone connectivity as well. And in the dashboard there, as you can see, the car has only covered 73,268 miles. So it's very low mileage, very, very low mileage for the age. And there's no wonder the car drives like a brand new car, to be honest. That is your rev counter. No, sorry, that is your speedometer. That is your rev counter over there. And then you've got those 2 digital screens in the middle. Now, you can see that eye there. And that is literally the fact that the door is open, and that goes away. That's your distance control on. That's the handbrake, and that's the fact that I'm not wearing my seatbelt at the moment. Let me just turn the music off because I don't want YouTube to strike my video. And you can use this button here. No rear seatbelts used. The STC. So yeah, that is to change the information in that screen. And there should be another one. Oh yeah, no, it's still here to change the information. Oh no, so it's still there. So city safety on, 0 kilometer current speed, driver alert, lane departure warning, 19 miles per hour average speed, mpg. There you go, 29.3 mpg average. So it's not bad. The mpg is really not that bad. 185 miles to empty tank, and then back on the same. It just keeps going in on a loop. Let's leave it there. Over there is your start stop button, like I said, and then at the top there you've got your radio information and your climate control. As you can see, the the climate is turned off at the moment, but then you've got your radio at the top, and then you've got all the controls here. So it's got a very, very nice sound system as well. And in there, that's your navigation. And to operate that, you get a little remote. So as you can see on there, it says press enter to confirm your agreement. Enter. Just press enter. Please wait. And there you go. You've got your sat nav up on there as well. Over here, you've got two air vents. You've got your hazard lights in the middle. That's your CD player. You've got AM, FM mode, and CD. And then over here, there's for your all presets. You got phone, menu, enter, exit, volume up and down, tuning sound. And then over here, you've got your climate control. So this is where you increase the fan speed. I'll turn it off for now. And by pressing, I love this design. So if you press here, the heat is going to go at the top. If you press the middle bit, it's going to come through the middle vents. And if you press the bottom one, it's going to go to your feet. So I do love how nicely they've designed that. You do have auto climate control as well. So let's say you can set the temperature to 22 degrees, and then the car will constantly maintain that temperature inside the cabin. So if it gets too hot, it's going to start blowing cold air. If it gets too cold, it's going to start blowing hot air, and so on and so forth. You do have dual zone climate control, so you can have the passenger can have a different temperature to the driver, which again is really nice because if the passenger prefers it at 25 degrees and the driver at 15 degrees, they can do that. So you can have different temperatures. Over here, these are your buttons for your heated seats. So you do have front heated seats, so for both for the driver and for the passenger. And then over here, this is how you want. So this is for your recirculate. This is for normal air. Front window defrost, rear window defrost, and your AC. And then down here, you've got an absolute plethora of buttons, which you can have a look on other models. I'm sure some of these will be grayed out, or there won't be buttons here, because this is literally the first one I've seen with all the options. So you've got your hill descent control, you've got your adaptive front lighting. So basically what that means is that the headlights steer when you go move the steering wheel. So if you go left, the headlights will turn slightly left to give you better visibility around the corners, and then same thing when you steer right. This is your parking sensors. That's your blind spot monitoring system. This is your lane departure warning. So lane departure warning is not the same thing as lane keeping assist, right? Lane keeping assist is when you drive and then the car, let's say you've got you're in the middle of a lane, and then your car, let's say the road turns slightly right, and then your car just keeps going straight. Basically, the lane keep assist, what it does, it gives you slight corrections in the steering wheel to keep you in the middle lane. So if the road veers to the right, then the car will automatically turn the steering wheel slightly to the right to keep you in the middle. Now that is lane keep assist. This is lane departure warning. So it's it's not as advanced as the lane keep assist, but I personally don't really like lane keep assist because it just you constantly feel like the car is fighting you when, let's say you don't want to drive. Let's say there's a big pothole in the middle of the road, right? Now, the car doesn't know there's a pothole there. All it knows is that you have to keep going straight. Now, that's the problem. If you're trying to avoid it and you make a sudden move, then you're going to feel a lot of resistance with the car fighting you, basically, because wants to keep the car the car wants to keep itself on the road, on the middle, but you know that you want to avoid it, and you're just gonna find a struggle to pull on the steering wheel to avoid that pothole. Um, but what lane departure warning does is basically at the top there, you can probably see that bar. So what that does is, if you are driving, if you're stepping over one of the lines, that will start flashing red on the windscreen there. And trust me, you'll see it because it's quite a sharp flash, so you're gonna see it. And that also flashes when you're approaching the car in front too fast. So if the car senses that you're going too fast and you're about to hit the car in front or whatever is in front of you, it'll automatically apply the brakes for you. So it's got emergency braking. um, I've I've tried that. Trust me, it's not fun, right? It's very sharp braking. Basically, the car is trying its utmost best to stop you from hitting whatever is in front of you. So yeah, and then that is the so that's the lane departure warning, and this is for the collision. This is for the collision warning, basically. So as you can see, they're all turned on at the moment, so the car is all set to keep you safe on the road, both you and your family, obviously. um, Full automatic gearbox. There's absolutely no issues at all. The gear changes are instant and it's smooth as butter. You can't even feel it changing gears. And yeah, it just drives absolutely beautiful. You do get another 12-volt socket over here, and that's obviously if you keep your phone charged or if you've got a dash cam or anything like that. And then moving over here, you've got two cup holders. You've got your remote control for the sat nav. So yeah, if you press enter, you can see you've got different options over there that you can set. And then yeah, like I said, you've got two cup holders there, and I do love the fact that you can actually close this down just like that, and it makes it all nice and flush. And then over here you've got a nice big chunky armrest, and that goes quite deep inside. It's getting a bit dark, so that's why you can't really see. Actually, let me see if I can. Oh, there you go. Wow, that is bright. Right. So yeah, as you can see, it goes quite deep in there, and you also have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack in there as well. So yeah, moving at the top here, actually you've got your interior lights, and I've just turned them on. So this, you press on this up here, and it turns the ones on the rear as well as the ones on the front on, and it basically it turns into morning in here because it's just full daylight. You also have the individual ones as well. And here's an interesting thing: your rear view mirror. That's the one I was looking for. So rear view mirror is basically, it's got an auto dimming feature. So if you've got somebody driving behind you with their high beams on, the mirror will automatically dim itself, so you don't get dazzled by the numpty behind you that's driving with their high beams, which is a really nice feature. And then you also have a compass at the top there. So currently we are positioned southwest, so the car is facing southwest. As you're driving, it will show you either southwest, east, north, or southeast, southwest, northeast, northwest, or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I think I did show you the blind spot monitoring system there. Yes, I did. Yeah, there's honestly, this car is absolutely fully loaded with literally every single toy that I think they could have thrown into the Xc60, which is phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. Very nice looking cabin, very modern cabin, and the seats. Oh my god, the seats! I've always said this: the top two best seats that I've ever sat in are Lexus and Volvo. There's not a particular order there. I drive a Lexus, for example, and that's because I'm a big fan of the hybrid system, and I just love Toyota in general. So that's why I've got that. But if I couldn't have a Lexus, I would 100% get a Volvo, just because for me it's very important that the seats to be comfortable, because I drive a lot. I drive about 1,000 miles a week, and for me to have comfortable seats is very important, because the last thing I want is for me to drive all day and then all of a sudden not um not be able to sit straight because my back hurts or whatever. So yeah, I need to have comfortable seats. Anyway, that being said, I think I'm gonna go and park this little beast, because um it's getting dark out there and I really want to go home. But yeah, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. You can find me on 01684 355 or you can email me at vindemautos@gmail.com, or you can just visit our website at www.vindemautos.co.uk. Right, let me take this. Let me move this thing. Oh, turn the lights on. There we go. The lights on. And here we go. And of course, being a Volvo, it's going to start beeping at me as soon as I put my foot on the accelerator, because I haven't got my seatbelt on. The reason I haven't got my seatbelt on is because I'm not going anywhere. I'm just taking it from there to here. And I'm not going to put my seatbelt on because there's no point. Where am I going to park this thing? Where am I going to park this thing? I think I know where I'll leave it, but I need to be facing the other way. Oh yeah, here's my Lexus. That's my car. So yeah, I'm a big fan of SUVs, if you can tell. But yeah, the reason I went for the Lexus is because I like the hybrid system. It's quite an old model. It's a 2010, but I absolutely love it. This thing drives so nice. Can you stop telling me I haven't got my seatbelt? I am fully aware that I don't have my seatbelt on. Thank you very much, Volvo. Here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that Volvo invented the seatbelt? Came with the idea of a 3-point seatbelt. And what they did is they've left it as an open source. That's your parking sensors. As you can see, they work absolutely fine. And you can see them in there. So yeah, Volvo invented the seatbelt. And they've left it open source so other manufacturers can use it as well, because it saves lives. And yes, it definitely saves lives. I would highly recommend you to wear the seatbelt if you're driving. So yeah, right. I know that one is showing east now. So yeah, again, thank you very much. I really appreciate you sticking all the way to the end. If you're here, I salute you, because you just sat 34 minutes listening to a guy talking about a 2009 Volvo XC60 with all the toys and gadgets that the car comes with. Right. So I'll say this again. If you have any questions, give me a call, 01684 355 Email me at vindemautos@gmail.com. Go to our website, which is www.vindemautos.co.uk, or leave a comment down there, and I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can. And with that being said, thank you very much. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.